Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to recap and explain a recently released movie called You Are Killing Me. The movie opens in a classroom where we see a police officer discussing a schoolgirl named Melissa. He was investigating the case as she went missing after school. Police were seeking help from students as they thought the students might know something. After the class, a girl named Eden comes up to a boy named Schroder whose dad was a congressman. Eden needed a recommendation letter from Schroder's dad for her scholarship program at Pembroke College. Schroder says it doesn't work like that. Many are begging me to do the same, but I just can't do that. I barely know you. Schroder was throwing a heaven and hell party in his house in the evening for which his friends Grouch and Kendra were excited. Your Schroder invites Eden to the party and gives her a kind of hint where she can pitch her appeal to him. Eden took the clue. She informs her friend Zara, who was not so sure about these rich guys. Eden gets ready with her costumes and all. Her dad was a modest guy who used to run a septic tank cleaning business. He drops Zara and Eden near Schroder's house and hands them over his card to advocate among rich folks. First, at the party, Kendra takes away the phones of Eden and Zara as the party was taking place in the congressman's house. Schroder didn't want any underage teens' drunk videos on social media. Eden wanted to impress Schroder, hence she asks Zara to distract Gooch, who seemed like a drugged virgin. As Zara took Gooch away, Eden and Schroder started talking. Gooch was nervous and happy as for the first time a girl was nice to him. He says he doesn't need to worry about his college fees as his rich dad will get him one. Zara was on a music scholarship, yet she too needed a recommendation letter. Gooch made a drink for her, which she really liked. Soon at the party, Melissa's sister Tanya started screaming at everyone about her sister as she was sure that these kids knew something about it yet did not come forward with it. Eden, to impress Schroder, volunteered to take Tanya to her home. After Eden returned, Schroder took her to his house tour where he explained his family's history. In the hall, there was an axe, which was a gift to his great-great-grandfather from an Indian chief. There was a World War II rifle that his grandfather took from a German captain. After all this, Scott hears Eden pitch as to why he must introduce her to his dad. Eden makes some really good points like being a straight-A student, a merit student, a girl with no money, self-taught with no private tutor, etc. Scott was impressed, but still was not sure. He was really a rich douchebag. Here Zara was totally drunk with Gooch's cocktail. Scott tells Eden to take her upstairs so that she can sleep there. Eden and Zara observed two girls charging their phones in the adjacent room. Eden placed Zara on the bed and rushed back to the party. We see Gooch in the bathroom of this room where he was doing some drugs. He was taking a lot of medications on top of this, which made clear that his health is not normal. He saw Zara sleeping on the bed and went straight to her to sleep beside her. He creepily took some selfies with Zara. Apparently, he had his phone with him. While at the party, Eden was playing a ball game. She made a deal with Schroder that if she wins the game, he will introduce her to his dad. Schroder agrees and Eden wins the game. After some time, she rushed back to Zara's room to pick her up. She in anger scolds Gooch and kicks him out of the room. She locks the door. In a hurry, Gooch had dropped his phone, which had many photos and videos. One was related to Melissa. As Eden goes through all of it, we see Schroder, Grouch, and Kendra pick Melissa up after school in the grab of dropping her to her house. She was with them all the time and these guys were harassing her. Before Eden could watch the whole video, the battery of the phone depletes. Grouch in horror runs down and explains the situation to Schroder and Kendra. Schroder rushed upstairs in panic. He banged on the door and asked Eden to open the door. Eden nervously opened the door and pretended as if she knew nothing. Schroder nicely asked Eden about Gooch's phone, to which she denied being in there. She made some vague excuses and quickly closed the door. Once inside, she revealed the truth and demanded a phone charger, with the answer to what happened to Melissa. Schroder tried playing smart by saying, "She was with us after school and we dropped her at her home." But his action clearly indicated otherwise. These three did indeed do something unspeakable. Eden threatens to scream if Schroder doesn't hand over the phone charger. Schroder and the gang run down, increases the music, and cancel the party. He sends everyone home. Eden sees everyone leaving from the room window. She screams for help, but nobody listens. She remembers the girls using the charger in the adjacent room. She quickly opens the door, grabbed the phone charger, and the moment she was heading back, Gooch attacks her from behind. Eden kicks him in the face and rushes inside. Meanwhile, Schroder rushed in to grab the charger from her hand, which gets sandwiched between him and Eden, who was inside the room. The tug of war breaks the charger wire, making it useless. Inside, Eden moves a heavy cabinet to block the door. Schroder orders Gooch and Kendra to break open the door with force, but the cabinet in front of it was heavy. They fail. Meanwhile, Zara woke up and headed to the bathroom as she was not feeling well. After some time, Gooch knocks on the rear window, signaling Zara to open the window. Zara, who didn't know the whole story, hence opens the windows and lets Gooch in. After entering, he grabs his phone, tries to move the cabinet but gets another beating from Eden. This time she locks him in the bathroom. She explains the whole situation to Zara. Meanwhile, all the students who were kicked out of the party walked past Eden's dad, Joel, who wondered what had happened. Students told him about the abrupt cancellation, which rang a bell in his head. He never trusted rich folks and their spoiled kids, hence he stopped his work to pick up his daughter. In the house, Schroder in rage brings the axe hanging on the wall. He forcefully breaks down the door, cabinet and enters the room. Eden here quickly grabs Zara and locked themselves in the bathroom. Gooch was lying in the bathtub full of water. Seeing this, Eden threatened Schroder with the electrocution of Gooch by dropping the hairdryer into it. Hearing this, Schroder backed off, which gave Eden some time to think. She screamed at Zara to leave through the window, but Zara was not ready. She was still tipsy, hence she hesitated. To boost her confidence, Eden moved out first, but to her surprise, Kendra was outside with a knife ready to attack. In a panic, Eden pushed her from the stairs, which made her fall on her back. The fall made her stab herself. She started bleeding heavily. Eden, in horror, climbed down and tried to save her. She grabbed Kendra's phone to call 911, but soon Schroder started chasing her. She, without thinking much, climbed the stairs back, and while on the stairs, she fought with Schroder. In doing all this, she lost the phone. Schroder brings Kendra inside. She was begging him to call for an ambulance, but he refused. He didn't care if she died. Zara and Eden argue over handing over the phone to Schroder, as Zara thought he will never allow them to leave the house without it. But Eden was certain that Schroder and his gang had done something unspeakable, and his dad, being a congressman, might have helped him to cover it up. While these two were arguing, Joel entered the house searching for Eden. Schroder, after hearing Joel's voice, attacked him and started blackmailing Eden to come out. Eden and Zara, in panic, came out. They agreed to hand over the phone, seeing the axe at Joel's neck. Just then, Schroder's parents too arrived at the scene. Naturally, they were horrified and shocked. They defused the tension, asked everyone to calm down, and started talking. Schroder rushed towards Kendra to check on her, but it was late. She had already died. Schroder's dad, to save his political career and his son's life, offers a deal. Rather, threatens. He offers scholarships to girls and lots of public contracts to Joel. Zara was ready to take this, but Eden was not. She insisted on watching the whole video first and then deciding what to do. In the video, all three saw the death of Melissa. Schroder and his gang were drunk while driving the car. Schroder accidentally killed Melissa while dropping her near her house. Later, he disposed of the body by throwing it in the river. This video shocked Eden, Zara, and Joel. Their consciousness didn't allow them to make the deal. As they started walking out, they all felt dizzy and fell. This was due to the medicated drink served by Schroder's mom earlier. Schroder and his parents bring Eden, Zara, and Joel to the Riverside Bridge along with Kendra's body in the trunk. Schroder here splits Gooch's neck and places his body into the trunk as well. All three push the car into the river as if it's an accident. Just then, Eden woke up. Before she could do anything, she was in the water and drowning. She somehow saves Zara, but fails to save his dad. The next morning, police find 3 bodies where Zara and Eden were alive. Zara was begging Eden to come with her to the police, but Eden was fuming in rage. Schroder's dad saw the news on the tablet, but before he could do anything, Eden attacks him with the axe and kills him. She then turns to Mom, strangles her in the bathtub, and electrocutes her. As soon as Schroder saw all this, in rage, he started hunting Eden with his granddad's vintage gun. Eden runs his car over him, beats him, and grabbed his gun. She points at him to kill him but shies away from pulling the trigger. Sanity in her prevailed, she threw away the gun. Seeing this, Schroder, as a last attempt, tries to strangle her. In the end, Zara hits him in the head with a gun and knocks him over for good. She had brought the police who rescues them. With this, the film ends. The movie is a standout thriller with a solid foundation, gory action, and characters with questionable morals. Eden was a determined girl who had made up her mind to enter Pembroke College even if she has to make some compromises for it. That is why she entered Schroder's party against Zara's and her dad's wishes. She tried every trick to convince Schroder. But when she saw the video of Melissa's harassment, she drew the line. She fought for the cause. Eventually, paid the price, but she stood her ground. Schroder, like all real-life spoiled brats, did what he could do best. Took advantage of his dad's power and influence. His parents covered the murder to save themselves. The film highlights the struggles of ordinary people against an unequal society. This is a good crime action horror film to watch if you are into that kind of stuff. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Do check out my blog, www.letmerecap.com. Thanks for watching, take care.